Hey everybody, it's Hex here, and today I've got something very cool for you. It is my medieval house. Here it is. So it's kind of medievally, it's kind of Viking-y, it's kind of cool. But the thing about this one is that it has lots of detail and it's pretty large inside. Let me show you around this thing and then you can decide whether or not you want to build it, okay? Alright, so here it is. I'm going to give you a little tour around it. It has a fireplace. I actually kind of built the fireplace in the wrong spot, but I think it actually looks good there, so I'll probably go with it. And it has lots of detail as far as the lower portion of the stone portion, and then the upper portion has a decent amount of detail. Let's check out the inside. I did furnish it. Now this furnishment, before I go in, is supposed to be somewhat period accurate, a little bit. I'm not like a historian or anything, but I went more for that rather than trying to just go crazy with the interior. So here we go. We're going to go inside. And as you can see, the first thing that strikes you is Hex placed a block in the wrong place, but the fireplace. So the main part of a medieval house would be probably the hearth, because that's where the cooking would be done. So then I put a one of those things, an iron trapdoor in there to kind of simulate where you might do your cooking. And then I've got kind of a wash basin, and then we've got that, and some chests of storage, and then the eating area, an armor stand, and then of course some detail with some of the weaponry that a person might have to defend their home. And then upstairs we've got the sleeping quarters. So we've got some beds with these would be like your dowry chests, or basically like a hope chest kind of thing that each person might have some of their personal items in at the foot of the bed. And then of course, this is probably completely inaccurate to have another fireplace above a fireplace. That probably wouldn't work out very well, but I think it looked cool, so I just did it since I had the ability to do so. This is actually, I have fire spreads on, so it actually is not spreading to the wood. I made sure that it was possible to build in complete vanilla survival with fire spreads on. And as you can see, it's not burning down so far, so that's good. I've actually had this world active for quite a while, so it's not going to burn down on you. We're going to go ahead and start with a block right there, and then everything is built like in threes. So 1, 2, 3, and then a block, and then 1, 2, 3, and then a block like that. So you're going to have threes with 3 gaps in between. Okay, then we're going to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, a block, 1, 2, 3, a block. You get it. A block. And I've got 3 of those across the front like that. So this would be like the front. That'd be like the end where the roof is going to go up. Okay, and then you're just going to finish that off. So 1, 2, 3, a block, 1, 2, 3, a block, 1, 2, 3, a block, and 1, 2, 3, and a block like that. Okay, then what you're going to do is take out your stone bricks. And then we're going to take our stone bricks and we're going to put a stone brick there, there, and there on each of these gaps like that. So this is going to have like a corner shape like that, and then like this. Okay, so far this is your shape. I'm going to pause here just for a second, just so you can, if you want to pause it and get this shape exactly right. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to take each of these cobblestone pieces up 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to take your stone bricks and you're going to put them 2 up all the way around, or 3 up, I guess. Like this. So this is going to be those windows that you see over there. So this is actually where the window is. And then we're going to choose one place for the door. So this is going to be our door. So actually we're not going to put the stone bricks there yet. So next what you're going to do is you're going to take out your whatever wood you want to use. One that I'm going to use is dark oak. So I would say either dark oak, spruce, or regular oak would be probably the best choices, but you could use whatever. It doesn't matter. You could even use purple blocks if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. But if you want to get that feel, then you're going to want to use the oak wood. Okay, so all I'm doing is just going around the top like this, around the top of these stone blocks like that. And there you go. So we have a ring around it. So far we have this. Already kind of looks cool to me. Already kind of looks cool. All right. Next, I'm going to do the door really quickly. So to do the door, all you do is you're going to break these 3 out. You're going to go up to here, up to there, and then I like to go up 1 more and then across like that. So that's going to be our door area. You could use like the stone bricks across the top. There's lots of different things you can do, variations on this theme, but that's exactly how I built that one. Okay, Next, you're going to take out your cobblestone stairs, and this is going to be a lot of cobblestone stairs. So you're going to put one at the foot of each one of these facing out. So on the corners, you'll actually have two, and then every other one, you'll have just one like this. All right. Next, on the inside of this window, you're going to go one there, and then you're going to go one out like that. All right, so here's what it looks like so far. Just do a little spin around, and then I'll show you the top, like that. Okay, so that's what you should have so far. All right, very cool. The next thing is a little bit odd, what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the center of one of these columns, and I'm actually gonna go across all the way around with cobblestone right here. Okay, so then you should have that. All right, pretty cool. Next, this is gonna feel even weirder. You're gonna pick a spot, like right here, and then you're gonna wrap oak wood or your wood choice around all the way around like this. And then this one here that I started with needs to go that way, and then this one needs to go that way, and then I'll just make sure all the corners are facing down real quick, and then I'll show you what we got. Okay, like that. So this is what you should have, and this is what it looks like from the top. Kind of looks like a donut or something. I don't know. All right. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put one block out from each of these. So wherever there's a stair block on the cobblestone pillar, you're going to put one out like this. So next, what you're going to want to do is right here in the center, you're going to want to come up 1, 2, 3 blocks like that, and then right here you're going to come up 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then on this one you're going to come up one more and come across 2 like this. Okay. Then you're going to come up from here 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your roof, one of your detail roof blocks is actually going to go on there. Okay. Then you're going to do that same thing to the other side. So it's 3, and then 2 out here, and then you have another 5 above it. Okay, and then 2 and 2. All right, I'll do it over here. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1 block, and then out 2 on these. 1, 2, and then up 5 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that creates the frame for our roof. If you want to, you can also put a beam across the middle. This is optional, but it can kind of help you when you're building your roof to kind of know where you are, like that. Okay. Very, very cool. All right. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take out what you want to build for your roof. Now, the roof, I think, is the most difficult part to do in survival. So what I did on that one is I took out oak wood stairs, oak wood planks, and then you're going to need dark oak planks, and you're going to need dark oak stairs. Now, I'm going to show you how I do this in survival, actually. So right here, you're going to stand, and you're going to jump up and place a block. Then you're going to sneak, see I'm sneaking, and sneak over and place one right there. And then one more, so you're basically even with this guy sticking out, and you're one past our frame here. Okay? And then you're just going to carry that all the way along. You're just going to sneak, 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 sneak. Okay. So we've got one row, and then what you're going to do is you're going to flip upside. You're going to, so if I was in survival, what I would do is I would sneak, turn around, and place a block like that, so that basically my stair is now upside down. And then I'm going to put one right side up, and then I'm going to go across like this, but I'm going to use the dark oak for the center. All the way across, and then the last one, what you're going to do is place one upside down, and then right side up. Okay, so now I have 1, 2. And then I'm going to actually frame out the entire edge of this thing so you can see the whole thing, how it goes. And then from the perspective of building this in survival, you can figure out how to do that. Okay, so we have one more upside down and one more like that. So basically I have 1, 2, 3 stair blocks, 1, 2, 3. You can see them with one upside down underneath each of those. Okay. Then we're going to do another one upside down, and on this one we're going to place a plank like that, a full block. So basically the full block will go next to this one, and then your top like regular stair block of the 3 is going to go on top of the 2 high right there. So that way you know if you're in the right yeah, if you got it lined up right. Okay, then you're going to place a stair on top of this full block like that, and then you're going to go upside down again, and then another plank. And then you're going to go stair block, upside down stair block, and a plank. And then you're going to go upside down stair block like that. Okay, when you come to the top, this upside stair block is not going to go that way. It's going to go like that. Okay, I'm going to frame out the rest of it to show you. Okay. So that is one side, and then you're going to do the other side. Okay, there we go. We have both of them done. Now, just to sum up, this thing is in 3s, just like the ground. I told you it was all in 3s. So 1, 2, 3 stair blocks, then 1, 2, 3 with a plank underneath the stair block. Okay, so you got like that shape. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those, and then 1, 2, 3 with just the stair block. Okay, and then from there, all you have to do is just go across on each of these things. So you're just going to come across with your trim. All right, there's that, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so far this is what you should have. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. All right, then what you're going to do to finish off the roof is you're going to place a line of blocks starting here and go all the way across like this. And then you're going to go like that, and guess what? You're going to go in 3s. 1, 2, 3, a block. 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 Now, when you come to here, you can place a block there, and this is just a little detail on the front. This is totally optional. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did to make sort of this outcropping thing like that. Next, to detail the top, you're going to take out some whatever you used as your main roof. So I used dark oak, so I'm going to use dark oak. You're going to use it right here, like that. Okay. And then what I did is I had some cobblestone wall pieces on top of these solid blocks here. And then if you want to go crazy, you could put torches on top of each of those, but I didn't do that on the example, so I'm not going to do that here. All right, that's that. Next, we need to do something about the inside a little bit. So it's going to get a little bit dark in here, but I'm going to show you kind of how I do the inside. So inside of all this is going to be our floor. So we're going to come across here with, I like to use the same trim block that I used on, or the same block that I used for the trim of the roof. So that would be that. And then what I did over there to get that white is I used some bone blocks. Now, this is totally optional, and it also kind of depends on your texture pack. On my texture pack, which is Faithful, so it's basically the default texture pack, but a little bit more high resolution, I'm just using bone blocks. So, and if you're using one of those like, what do you call it? Like the Conquest texture pack, if that's still a thing, then this is where you would take out those wool blocks that have the little borders that make it look like the like the Tudor houses. Okay, because this is like a plaster in real life. And then you're just going to plaster all of this in here like this all the way up. Now, if you're in survival and you want to save on a particular type of block that you're using, let's say you're using quartz or something, I don't know. All you have to do to make the outside look good is just this right here. So just that, and then this. So this would be like minimal resource use, and this would be like probably the best way to do it as far as the period. Okay. All the way inside. That. And you don't want the round parts of the bone block showing if you're using bone block. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing to this side, like that. There we go. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take whatever you want to use for windows and you're going to place those in there. So I use the yellow stained glass like this. Now, whatever stained glass you want to use is fine. Also, you could do like the, you could do this number where it's no glass at all. Also, I think that trapdoors would look really cool here. And if you're on 1.13 and you have those new fancy trapdoors, I might try to use one of those in there. Perhaps the default trapdoor would probably be the best, actually. But you could try the like the jungle ones or any one where you could see through it. So like not the spruce ones, but probably that wouldn't work too well unless you wanted to show that the windows were closed. Anyways, lots of different options on this. So and then down here we're gonna put some windows in. Okay, so that is the main structure of the thing done. But to really add the detail, here we go. All right, you're going to take out your grass block. If you have Podzol, that also works nicely. I'm just going to go with the grass, though, on this, just for speed. But I did use some Podzol on the other build. Just every once in a while, I throw a Podzol in. Okay? And we're just going to go around. And what I'm doing is I'm putting 3 grass blocks under every window, basically. Like that. And even on the top right here, 3 grass blocks like that. Stop that. Okay, all the way around like that. And then right here, I forgot to do this, so let's do that right now. Right here, you're going to take out some oak wood stairs, and you're going to put them inside the window, like one there and one there. So that way you have this nice little detail around the window. You could also use the dark oak ones, which is what I did on that. Let's see, I used the dark oaks. Maybe that looks better, actually. Let's stick with that. But like I said, there's lots of different options you can use as far as changing up some of the blocks. And if I was making a town of these things, I would definitely change up the blocks here and there. Use different colors and stuff just to kind of give the full town a more realistic feel. Because people who build towns, they don't all use the same color paint, the same exact color wood as their neighbors. So you might want to vary it up a little bit. Okay. All right, so now on these grass blocks, what I did is I put some trapdoors on that. Now, I only have access to the trapdoors from 1.12, so that's just, if I could find the right category, that's just these right here. The regular wooden trapdoor, this would be oak wood in 1.13. However, I think the spruce wood ones would look really good right here if you're on 1.13, so. And then another thing that I did is I put some buttons on. So I like to use these stone buttons right here because they kind of simulate like nails. So what I did is I put one on the end of each of these wood blocks sticking out like that. But you could go really crazy with these buttons and put them all over the place like this. Right? You could do that sort of thing if you think that looks good. Okay. Another thing you could maybe do is you could also take out some what do you call it? Dark oak fences, and you could put them in here like this. That gives kind of a nice little detail too. There we go. All right, the next thing that you could do as far as detail that really helps out a lot is to add some of the different textures and stuff to the roof portion. And so what I did on mine is I took out some spruce wood planks and spruce wood stairs. Okay? And then you're going to just go ahead and replace some of these. So when I say some of these, I mean like just kind of scatter them around, like this. I think when I was building in survival, when I build these in survival, my goal is to try to put two blocks of the spruce as I'm sort of sliding across and putting these along. So try to get like 2 of them in each row in different places. That's kind of what I did as my rule of thumb. But you could go really crazy with these and like replace like every other block almost to get the look. It really depends on your personal preference as far as where you're going to put these. So I'm kind of doing that thing where I'm just try to spread them out a little bit, but then like you don't want them always spread out because then it looks like they're spread out on purpose. You want to make randomness, basically, is what you want to try to get, is something that looks a little bit random, like, yeah, like it's starting to look random, see? So, and then also, like, doing veins of things, like, looks a little bit better than having, like, checkerboards. So see how I've got, like there's 3 that are sort of like a vein, and then diagonal veins look better than vertical veins, although that's how a vertical vein might look. So it doesn't look horrible or anything. And then I've kind of got a vein going on there, like that. And then I feel like the middle needs something right here. So this is all about just kind of like fiddling with it. If you're not in survival and you're in creative mode, then, oopsie, it's a little too bright, like that. Okay, just fiddling with it. And you could even use a third color if you wanted to, like that. But I kind of recommend using sort of darker colors for the center and then a lighter color around the edge. But there's no rules whatsoever. Okay, I would do that to the other side, but that's going to be super boring. So okay. Another little thing I did just to add a little bit more touch is some buttons. And of course you can only put the buttons on the plank blocks. So you want to be sort of sparing with the buttons because you cannot put them down here. So if you put them all just, you know, if you put a ton of them, then it looks a little bit weird. Like, why aren't there any at the bottom? But I kind of feel like that looks, just to kind of give it like a little bit more texture and interest, okay? And then that's compared to the other side here. One thing that I see, like when I look at people's stuff that they post on Pinterest, is like every single house will have exactly the same roof with no like detail. So this versus that, and it just looks like weird. Like, oh, every house is exactly the same. But if you do this, then it really adds a lot of variation to each house, and it's really nice. Okay, some other things you can do. Here we go. Sorry this is getting long, but this is what we're going to do. Okay, so next you want to take out some of these blocks right here. You want to, we already have cobblestone, so we don't need that. But you want the stone bricks. You want the mossy stone bricks, you want the cracked stone bricks, and then the third one is you want the polished andesite. And what I'm going to do is just go around and replace some of these, what do you call them? Blocks. Yeah, there you go, Hex. With some of these other blocks, so like that. So mossy ones, I like to kind of keep low, because it doesn't make sense to have like a mossy block like way up here. It's like, how'd the moss get up there? So if you use the mossy ones for kind of some of the lower bricks, that's fine. And you can even replace the stairs with like a solid brick like that. Okay, it kind of adds like a little bit of like, you know, these aren't perfect houses. Okay, like when these people made these things, in medieval times, like they wouldn't use, like, they're not perfect, right? They would use like whatever stone or whatever stuff they could find laying around, and so then the stones would be different shapes, they would be a little bit different sizes, and so then this is simulating that. They would also maybe be cracked a little bit, like that. So this is simulating that look, and so then you just you know, replace blocks here and there. There's one other block that I forgot to get out. That is the stone brick stair, like that. Okay, so then that way you can replace some of these just every once in a while. And you can go really crazy with this and replace every single block and get it perfect, or you don't have to do that. It's completely up to you. It's your build. But this is how I got that really natural look down there that I think looks really, really good. So what I don't want is things that are symmetrical like this. Like, see how it's like each one of those has a stone brick one, and then these are all cobblestone. Like, you don't want to do that. You want to do something more like this, where it's like, oh, well, it's not really a pattern, is it? Okay, so I've created that effect. Next, we're going to go ahead and work on the front a little bit more. So right here, we're going to put I like to use these polished andesite for the sort of the threshold right there. And then you could do like, take out your shovel and do a path up to that. Okay, you could also use some more andesite. Yeah, some flagstones like this kind of thing. Or you could, you know, what I did on the other one is I just kind of threw a few of these in randomly. That looks like a pattern, so I don't like that. Maybe a cobblestone there instead. There we go. Something like that, okay? And then the next thing you want to do is take out the spruce wood door. This is the only door that I think goes well with this build, honestly. That's because all the other ones look like too modern housey. So that one looks really medieval to me. The next thing I did is I did a little bone meal. And then you just kind of put some bone meal And then you could also put like you could take out your oak leaves, and you could put some oak leaves in here, like that, here and there. You know, maybe here, like this, and then maybe one like, I don't know, like that. Who knows? You know, you could do that sort of thing. So that is the exterior completely done, except for the fireplace. So let's go ahead and take a look at this fireplace. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your house, and you're going to break this out right here. Okay. If you had some foresight, you could maybe break that out yourself. And then what I did on the other one is I put the fireplace right here. You could also go a block back and start it on this row. And so then your 3 would be out there. But I'm going to do it right here because that's what I did on the other one. And then you go down right there. Okay, on the front here, you might want to put some different types of blocks because this is actually going to be seen. But we'll take a look at that in a minute. Let me just explain to you how to build it. I'm going to do it all in the stone brick, and then we'll do the detail. Okay, so then up from here, you're going to put some blocks like this, and you're just going to go up like this all the way around, and then sneak back in here. And then right here underneath this wood, you're going to place some bricks there. And then you're going to have to break out those 3 pieces of wood and these 3 planks right here. And you're going to go up like that and like that. And then basically I'm building a giant stone thing that is 3 by 3. Just a giant stone prism, if you will. It goes up it's 3 by 3. Okay. So then we're going to break out this, that, 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 and that. And I think these 3 also. Like that. So this is where our fireplace is going to go up. Okay. And then need to break out these 3. Come in here. Sorry about the weather. I know there's a game rule thing to do that, but just leave me alone. Go. Like that. And then right here. So to get the fireplace, so like this side of it, like where you want the fire to be, is going to be too high, like that. Okay. Like this. Now we have our rectangular prism that goes all the way up. It's 3 by 3. It's just a big solid block of stone bricks so far. And where I went was right here. So you can see on the very last one, I stopped there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take out your stone brick stairs. Where are those? Right here. Where are you? There you are. Okay. You take out your stone brick stairs, and you're going to go all the way around like this and create that shape. Okay. And then you're going to come up with more stone bricks, and you're going to go up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that what I did on the other? Yeah, 5 sounds good. And like I said, like if you're creating a town of these, like vary up the height of the thing by a block or 2. Don't vary it by 10 blocks. Don't vary it by 5 blocks. By 1 or 2 will give you the effect. Okay. Let's see. Where is my? There it is. So then you're going to do cobblestone walls going up from there, and I think I did 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3, like that. Okay. So then there's our fireplace. All right. Now, just like on the bottom portion, I'm going to go ahead and detail it. So here we go. Okay, that is that. If you want to make the smoke coming out of it, that's one of my favorite things in the whole world, is to make smoke coming out of the fireplace. This is very difficult to do in survival, but it can be done. Here's how you do it. Take some this stuff and put it around. And then what I like to do is I like to make it like 3D-ish. So like, don't make them all like straight up. So don't go like that, okay? Go kind of like this. and then maybe one there. Okay, so it kind of simulates like the smoke sort of billowing and swirling out of the thing. And then what you want to do is, I like to figure out which way my sun is going. I have the thing turned off, so but it's actually going this way. So like whichever way like that's going, then I like to make my smoke go the same way. But you don't have to do that. And you just kind of go up like this, and then over like that. But then I'm going to come this way one, and then I'm going to go up here, and then that. I wish they'd make it like a little easier to get cobwebs in this game, in survival. Because using a silk touch pickaxe, really? Okay, there. Just something like that. Something like that. I don't like this right here. It doesn't look, well, maybe I do like it. Nope. I'm going to leave it. Okay, something like that. All right, so that is the exterior of the thing, completely done, I think. Completely done. All right, for the inside here, I'm going to show you what I used. Okay, I'm just going to show you the other one more time, and because I know this tutorial is getting long, and it's pretty easy to figure out what I did because it's pretty simple. Okay, so then on the inside, here's what it looks like. Okay, the only light is coming from this fireplace. So I did a fireplace right there. Okay, I actually used, you can use netherrack. I like to use actually the magma blocks. And then across here, we've got iron bars. Up here we have that. If you don't have a totem of undying, you can just put a sword or the shield up there, and then other tools or something like that. Okay, 2 chests here, an armor stand. Right here I got a cauldron. That, and then to make this table, this is a pretty standard Minecraft table, but you just do 2 stair blocks on each side, a block apart, and then you do 2 fence posts, and these are pressure plates, wooden pressure plates, which you could do spruce pressure plates. Oh, that's going to be so cool. 1.13. Okay, this is all spruce wood. I like to use a contrasting wood from the floor, because otherwise it looks like your floor and your furniture is all the same. That's weird. All right, so for the stairway, what I did right here is it's just a block in the corner, and then you put, I'm just going to use that for now. You just put wood blocks, so this is a stair, that's a stair, that's a stair, that's a stair, and then you go upside down like that, and then you have it coming up into this. I put obviously some fence around there, a painting, block there, pot with a flower, block there, pot with a thing, with a, that's a birch tree, and then some beds. I like to go with either the green or the brown and mix them up, but you can do them all the same or all different, doesn't matter. And then a chest, and then there, and then here's this fireplace. I did use the andesite blocks for the bottom of the fireplace here, kind of the hearth, and then up here like that. You could also use these as, if you want to do that to make it look a little bit better. Or you could even do this to make it look like there's a shelf there. That kind of looks cool, I think. All right, well, this has been Hex. I really hope that you were able to enjoy this tutorial. I hope it wasn't too long for you. I know people don't like long tutorials, but I think there's a lot of building techniques in this tutorial that you may have been able to check out. So if you got to the end, good job. And I hope it's been worth it for you. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you try these in your build, in your world, I mean. And I'm going to be building more of these in the future. So I will try to speed up the tutorials now that you know how to do the basics. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to build that blacksmith over there, and a bakery, and some other stuff that uses this same building techniques that I showed you here to do that. Okay, anyways, this has been Hex, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.